How's everyone doing today? We're proceeding onwards. We are on lesson 51. Let's see. And this is a review of the previous 50 lessons. It will not take 50 days to do the review. I'll let you know. Hey, Ellie. I slept better last night than I have in the past couple of days. My cat let me sleep. Hey, Anthony. How are you, my friend? All right, we're going to take a minute, and there she is. So it's just about to say, we're going to take a minute and see if our friend Anna is able to make it today. And just as I had that thought, here comes Anna. No guests today, by the way. What do you guys think of our returning guest yesterday? Hey, my cat's saying good morning to you guys. Hey, Lady Sky. On the 23rd, on Monday, 5:25, Vishali Shahin. She is a Yogi Course Miracles student, much like me. She's going to come up and talk. On the 25th, Kelly Russell is coming up. She's got a great YouTube channel. If I can remember, I'll post her link sometime soon. She's also a coach. She's a therapist and another Course in Miracles teacher student. And then on the 28th, I hope, we're going to hope the third time is a charm, Paul Hederman of Zen Bitch Slap fame. If you went to Zen Slap of Enlightenment, Paul's the man. I can keep it simple. So let's start with the review. I'm going to read the introduction to the reviews, and then we'll do the first review. Lesson 51, the review is from 1 to 5. So you see, it's going to take a few days, but it's not going to take 51 days to recover. 25 days till St. Patrick's Day. Shoes are on. My shoes are on before I went live today. I'm one step ahead of the game. 28 days till spring arrives. All right, here's the introduction, guys. Beginning with today, we will have a series of review periods. Each of them will cover 5 of the ideas already presented, starting with the first and ending with the 50th. There will be a few short comments after each of these ideas which you should consider in your review. In practice periods, the exercises should be done as follow. Begin the day by reading the 5 ideas, with the comments included. Thereafter, it is not necessary to follow any particular order in considering them, though each one should be practiced at least once. Devote 2 minutes or more to each practice period, thinking about the idea and the related comments after reading them over. Do this as often as possible during the day. If any one of the 5 ideas appeals to you more than the other, concentrate on that one. At the end of the day, however, be sure to review all of them once more. It is not necessary to cover the comments that follow each idea either literally or thoroughly in the practice periods. Try rather to emphasize the central point and think about it as often as you review of the idea to which it relates. After you have read the idea and the related comments, the exercises should be done with your eyes closed and when you are alone in a quiet place if possible. This is emphasized for practice periods at your stages of learning. It will be necessary, however, that you learn to require no special settings in which to apply what you have learned. You will need your learning most in situations that appear to be upsetting rather than in those that already seem calm and quiet. The purpose of your learning is to enable you to bring the quiet with you and to heal distress and turmoil. This is not done by avoiding them and seeking a haven of isolation for yourself. You will yet learn that peace is part of you and requires only that you be there to embrace any situation in which you are. And finally, you will learn that there is no limit to where you are, so that your peace is everywhere as soon as you are. Hey, Green Thumb. You will note that, for review purposes, some of the ideas are not given in quite their original form. Use them as they are given here. It is not necessary to return to the original statements, nor to apply the ideas as suggested then. We are now emphasizing the relationships among the first 50 of the ideas we have covered, and the cohesiveness of the thought system to which they are leading you. So, lesson 51, we have 5 ideas. You ready? The review today covers the following ideas. Nothing I see means anything. The reason that this is so is that I see nothing and nothing has no meaning. It is necessary that I recognize this, that I may learn to see. What I think I see now is taking the place of vision. I must let it go by realizing it has no meaning, so that vision may take its place. Idea number 2. I have given what I see all the meaning that it has for me. I have judged everything I look upon, and it is this and only this that I see. This is not vision. It is merely an illusion of reality, because my judgments have been made quite apart from reality. I am willing to recognize the lack of vitality in my judgments, because I want to see. My judgments have hurt me, and I do not want to see according to them. 3. Idea number 3. I do not understand anything I see. How could I understand what I see when I have judged it amiss? What I see is the projection of my own errors of thought. I do not understand what I see because it is not understandable. There is no sense in trying to understand it, but there is every reason to let it go and make room for what can be seen and understood and loved. I can exchange what I see now for this merely by being willing to do so. Is this not a better choice than the one I made before? Idea number 4. These thoughts do not mean anything. The thoughts of which I am aware do not mean anything because I am trying to think without God. What I call my thoughts are not my real thoughts. My real thoughts are the thoughts I think with God. I am not aware of them because I have made my thoughts to take their place. I am willing to recognize that my thoughts do not mean anything and to let them go. I choose to have them be replaced by what they are intended to replace. My thoughts are meaningless, but all creation lies in the thoughts I think with God. And the last idea, 5, I am never upset for the reason that I think. I am never upset for the reason I think because I am constantly trying to justify my thoughts. I am constantly trying to make them true. I make all things my enemies so that my anger is justified and my attacks are warranted. I have not realized how much I have misused everything. I see by assigning this rule to it. I have done this to defend a thought system that has hurt me and I no longer want. I am willing to let it go. Those are the 5. Those are the 5. These 5 that they just named here, it's a complete non-dual system. A complete non-dual system. So, especially 3. The thoughts which I am aware do not mean anything because I'm trying to think without God. I'm trying to think apart from God. God is the only reality. This, the suchness of this moment, this present moment. the only moment. This is reality. The thoughts we think with reality, God, love, are the only true thoughts. Everything else are thoughts of the illusion. And they keep the illusion appearing and appearing and appearing constantly, continuously. And so we are living within the illusion. If you want to awake, to that non-dual reality of the isness of this moment, we have to realize the thoughts that I think apart from God, apart from reality, only keep me entrenched in the non-reality of the dream. Only the thoughts I think with love, only the thoughts I think with God, only the thoughts I think with reality are reality. Any questions about any of those 5? I'm going to dive in the chat. Let's see. We got Noah. Hey, Noah. Hey, Laradux. Let's see. Young says, nice explanation. I appreciate it. I'd like to hear 2 again. You got it, my friend. I have given what I see all the meaning it has for me. I have judged everything I look upon, and it is this and only this that I see. This is not vision. It is merely an illusion of reality because my judgments have made quite apart from reality. I am willing to recognize the lack of validity, took me a second, in my judgments because I want to see. My judgments have hurt me, and I do not want to see according to them. In yogic terms, these are called seeing the world through our kleshas. Klesha means the afflictions of the mind, and there's 5 of them. We see the world through the lens of our attachments. So that which we are attracted to, that we want to stay. I like this. I want more of this. Keep this. Of course, life doesn't work that way. Because we also see life through our aversions. That which we do not like. That which we hate. I want less of this. Get this out of my life. I don't want to see this anymore. And we see life through the lens of the mistaken belief that we are a small, separate entity apart from the whole, that we are an ego, that we are an individual self separated from the selfness of the universe, that we identify with the dream instead of the dreamer. And then 4 is we are that little tiny self, that little egoic thing. We're going to die. We have this great fear of death. There's a reason we have a fear of death, because that's the end, right? And hey, even if we believe in heaven, when we die, we're going to be judged, and we're going to be judged harshly because of an original sin that didn't really take place. So we're living in fear. And then the last one, the last klesha, is ignorance. We view the world in the ignorance that we don't even know who we truly are. We don't even spend time. We look for ideas that support, that prop us up, as being these individual little captains of our destiny, instead of realizing it is all a dream. I don't want anyone to take that theoretically. Explore, practice self-inquiry. What's real? What remains when everything else passes? Go deep, deep, deep in meditation. And when you think that you've gone deep, go deeper still. Get to that point where you feel if you meditated an instant longer, your heart would blip for one last time, and you would cease to even exist as a person. Because guess what? You don't exist as a person. You exist as an idea in the mind of God. Let's see. So, I would suggest, if you are here to preach the gospel, you are probably in the wrong place. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But that's not what we're doing here. We don't always have to bring our own agenda elsewhere, right? My suggestion, create a beautiful channel that is reaching people with the gospel of your belief, and let me know, and guess what? I will join it, and I'll be there, and I'll support you. I'll even help you grow your channel. But what I won't do, I will never show up on your channel and give you my ideas of what I think is different, because I have no interest whatsoever in converting anyone. My only agenda here is to help, and it's to help with the things that have helped me. If you don't find I'm helpful, again, man, let me know. Let me know about your channel. I'll be there. I'll help you out. Let's see. Laradox, you can always share whatever you want, but the question is, why do you want to? Are you looking to convert, or are you just happy to share? Hey, shh, shh, shh. Hey, cat. Keep life. Thank you for being here. Number 2 resonates most with me. Oops, that popped ahead. Hey, Heyman. How are you, my friend? How to channel the thoughts so that they don't pop up again and again because so much stress, anxiety, and insecurity. We can't. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you that we can. Hey, Wassa. But here's what we can do. As we meditate, as we do breath work, as we do coursework, or whatever it is that we're doing as a spiritual practice, the thoughts have less weight. They don't stay. I love the expression purchase. Those thoughts don't gain purchase. So they become like clouds that pass through the blueness of a sky. The sky always stays blue. Even when the stormiest storm cloud fill up the sky itself is always unaffected by what happens. The sky itself never has a grudge against any storm. It's open, it's expansive, and all allowing. Identify with the sky and not the clouds. Identify with the expansiveness, the loving kindness, the spaciousness of the mind, and not the individual thoughts. And everything begins to change. The only way we can do that is when we realize we're not the thought, when we're identifying with the witness. Realizing we're not the dream, we're the dreamer of the dream. And the only way to do that is to practice something. It could be contemplative prayer, it could be breath work, it could be stilling the mind and body through yoga asana practice, it could be meditation, it could be all of those things. What resonates with you? You let me know what resonates with you, and I will help you in any way that I can. Hey, Asat. Young says, are you Christian or spiritualist? Neither. Hey, Wendy. You don't believe? I don't believe that you don't believe that I don't believe. Why is my cat meowing at me? Thank you, him. I hope you don't mind me shortening your name to him. If there's anything else that you'd like me to call you, just let me know. Lee says, never thought of it like that. What do you want, cat? For some reason, my cat just wants me to pull her ears back so that she can sit there and look at me. Corey Tenbaum was an amazing woman. I don't know who that is. Oh, here was a Holocaust survivor. Awesome. Yogi says, sorry for spamming, guy, but I'm crazy today. What's on your mind, Laradox? That says cats are usually very independent and non-fussy. My cat is very fussy. All right, Any questions about those 5? What time do we got? I got a sore foot. The joys of getting older, man. You wake up and something is sore that wasn't sore when you went to bed, and you have no idea why. As my dad used to say, getting old is not for sissies. So, was anyone here for the guests yesterday? What do you think of our guests? Our returning guest, Fiona Visser. Man, I really enjoyed her first visit, but last night felt special. I'm gonna get ready to. I did a little thumbnail sort of design for what I wrote this morning. I've been thinking about this so much. In lesson, well, not even a lesson. This is in see if I can find it. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna bring up. We don't do a whole lot of reading from the text, but I want to fix that. This is from chapter 5, verse 8, paragraph 8. How can you, who are so holy, suffer? I think Kat's going to appreciate this. All your past, except its beauty, is gone, and nothing is left but a blessing. I have saved all your kindness and every loving thought you ever had. I have purified them of the errors that hid their light and kept them from you in your own perfect radiance. They are beyond destruction and beyond guilt. They came from the Holy Spirit within you, and we know what God creates is eternal. You can indeed depart in peace because I have loved you as I have loved myself. You go with my blessing and for my blessing. Hold it and share it, that it may always be yours. I place the peace of God in your heart and in your hands to hold and to share. My heart is pure to hold, and the hands are strong to give. We cannot lose. My judgment is as strong as the wisdom of God, in whose heart and hands we have our being. His quiet children are his blessed sons. The thoughts of God are with you. All your past, except its beauty, is gone, and nothing is left but a blessing. Can you find the past anywhere except for a thought? In the absence of that thought, you have this present moment. In the present moment, the only thing it contains is the beauty of creation itself. The beauty that we are creating right now, and always and only right now. Lee says, Yogi, I loved your pin comment from September last year. Do you remember what it was? Oh, is that the, man, I remember that resonating with you. Your kindest thought. Lee says, I like the guests. I quite like the couple that came up. Me too. In tune with each other and us all in the chat. Yep, Lloyd and Stephanie. Some of my favorite people. They do so much for me. It's amazing. Sharing my stuff out, giving me messages where I am. You know, we had our guest on Thursday who channels Mother Mary. She gave me a personal message. It's pretty amazing. So let me read what I wrote, and it has to do with what I just read from the course, and it's titled "Artist of Infinite Design." And only beauty remains, our kindest act, and every loving thought I love, and every loving thought. I love this promise from the text of the Course in Miracles, that the Holy Spirit sweeps through my past, correcting every error, and leaving only the love that's been shared as a testament to those days. What's been cleared away is the illusion that the past exists at all, or that it has any true meaning to the present moment. Yes, of course, we could argue for our past, attributing mistakes to ourselves and others and believing that those memories make us who we are today. Yet that denies the reality of this moment, its freshness, and the suchness of this very instant. The past has no actual bearing on this. And that's the love which creates and recreates me and you right now. And only right now. So our only true creation remains eternal. What's been done through acts of kindness and shown as beauty. This leaves us, artists of infinite design, heartful with potential and the endlessness of this moment as our platform. Let's begin again. Let's begin creating again, right now. That was today's writing. It needs a little clearing up. Careful careful going up the tree today, Sniper. Yogi says, what do you think about the world and all the evil that seems to be amongst us? I would say that's just it. It seems to be amongst us. And if we don't like it, Kat says, I enjoyed last night. She was great. Surya Yogi, thank you, Kat. Man, you know, it's easy. It's easy to look good when the person that you're talking to looks so good, when they're so on point. Everything she said just flowed so easily. Like I said, I don't think there was like any kind of pause in our conversation at all. It just, from beginning, 90 minutes through, she was just this continuous flow of lovingness. Thank you, Kat. So I agree with you, Young, that the world could be a pretty rotten place at times, right? But that's because we have these thoughts. That's the way the world is. Nothing we can do about it, right? Good and evil and all that jazz, original sin, kicked out of the garden. It's a heavy weight. It's a lot of guilt. There's a lot of guilt for one person to have. So what do we do with that guilt? We give it away, project it outwards. The ego projects. Reality, love, extends. But because we identify with guilt, all we can do is project. Everything you see is a projection, and it's a projection of that deep guilt that we're here by accident, that we're finite, messing up all the time. As Thomas Merton said, I suppose if we only knew who we truly are, if we could see the light of ourselves in each other, that I suppose the only true problem that we would have is that we'd fall to our knees in worship to one another. If you saw the light of God shining from another, shining from yourself, you would never need to go to church. You would see the sacredness of who we are. You would be your own altar, your own temple. Every day, every instant, every moment would be your Mass. Young says, that's not, I agree, it's not just good deeds along that salvation comes about. It's faith, true repentance and prayer. The hardest obstacle for everyone is faith, including myself. I want to believe. I don't think I would go with that. If you put your faith in kindness, wouldn't you be kind? And wouldn't that lead you directly to God? If you put your faith in forgiveness, wouldn't you then want to forgive in every moment? And if you forgave, if you practiced true forgiveness, you would see reality as it stood unadorned by every thought otherwise that we entertain. So I always don't go by faith. Don't go by belief. If I was a clever debater, I could change everyone's belief. I've had my own beliefs changed by people who I thought were brighter, taller, better looking. Yes, I do believe some people are better looking than me. I've had people who are very logical offer me something that made me reconsider where I've stood. But when I have personally touched base upon reality, when I have entered deep states of meditation, where all my beliefs simply vanished, they weren't there. Where are your beliefs when you're in that third state of consciousness? When you are in deep sleep? Where are your beliefs in the second state of consciousness? When you're dreaming? What if you dreamed, and in your dream you had a complete different belief system? Give me a second. Let's bring up old Samuel Taylor Coleridge. I know you were thinking, wouldn't this be a good time to read a poem from Samuel Taylor Coleridge? And you know what? You're 100% right. We're on the same wavelength. You and I, man. What if? Good old Samuel. What if you slept? And what if, in your sleep, you dreamed? And what if in your dream you went to heaven, and there plucked a strange and beautiful flower? And what if, when you awoke, you had that flower in your hand? Ah, then, what if? So the things that we dream, we've invested with belief in that dream. It's very real. This is a dream. It's the flip side of another dream. Dreams all the way down. You think it's turtles? Turtles ain't part of the dream. Turtles are reality. Anyway, don't get me started about turtles. But when we wake up, we have a different belief set. We have the belief of this dream, thinking that it's reality. And yet when we're in that dream, we could argue the entire length of the dream. This is real. I believe this is so. But when you wake up, you see it's all simply clouds passing through the infinite blue sky of your nature. You want to put your faith in something? Put it in that which remains when everything else changes. We're going to go. I got some stuff to do before I go out and take a walk. Here's in a half shell. I'm a full shell kind of person. I like my oysters intact. I like my clams in their full clamminess. Like, well, mussels. I was trying to think of what other allegory I could use for half shells. Hey, Fred. Fred, how you been, my friend? Hey, Ryan. All right. So, if no questions, if there's no questions, I will see y'all later. All right, guys. Take care.